Slime molds are extremely intelligent. So intelligent, in fact, that we don't know how they're so smart or why they're so smart. And that is both interesting and terrifying. Slime molds have been shown time in and time out to solve mazes consistently. And how they do this is by basically filling up the entire maze with their gooey body. And once they find the exit of the maze, or in the case of the research test, finding the food, they will then retract everything else that isn't directly connecting the start of the slime mold to the food, allowing them to essentially reverse engineer the maze. And these mazes aren't simple either. Some studies have actually been able to have slime molds recreate major transportation networks, like the Tokyo subway system, for example. But not only can slime mold navigate to find food, they've also shown to have some sort of memory by anticipating reoccurring events. And how this is shown is by having them readjust their behavior based off of previous events that have happened in previous studies, proving that these single-celled organisms have some sort of memory even though they have not one neuron. That's right. Yes, Google Maps and now self-driving cars, we still get lost a lot. And this thought process has led researchers to believe that animals have something that we don't. And recent studies have shown that this could potentially be true. And one example that research has recently shown was that some species of birds, specifically pigeons, were able to sense the Earth's magnetic field. And first of all, I'm just curious how they even found this out in the first place. Like, I can only imagine two scientists just sitting a pigeon down in the lab, looking at him and just asking, "Do you feel anything?" With the pigeon only to respond, "North." And this is a skill known as magnetoreception. And I'll be honest, I wish I had magnetoreception, because that sounds cool as hell. Regardless, with the discovery of pigeons being able to sense the Earth's literal magnetic field, this one answer has led to many more questions. Like, how many other animals share this ability? And what other abilities exist in the animal kingdom that we don't even know about yet? And for animals with this ability, how do they even use this knowledge of the magnetic field to navigate properly and accurately? It's truly amazing. And I guess the human equivalent of this would be trying to understand how your broke, drunken uncle always makes his way down to Florida every time winter comes in Michigan. Like, your drunken uncle could be anywhere in the northern hemisphere for 7 months out of the year. But everybody in this test is under the assumption that they are actually taking the active medicine. And after consistently taking the medicine for, let's say, a week, you have to review the results. And this is where the placebo effect actually comes into play. Because let's say after a week of taking the placebo, 25 out of the 50 people in the placebo group say that they noticed less stomach pain. That is kind of the benchmark that the treatment group has to surpass. Meaning that if the treatment group also reports a 25% decrease in stomach pain, it's actually not proven effective. In that case, it's about as effective as a placebo. For this medication,